Hey everyone, Cecil Robles here, and welcome to the live crypto investment briefing. Let me tell you something. I am super pumped about tonight and also about cryptos, as you can tell by my voice. And as you've been able to tell over the last week, as we've had our crypto boot camp. And today, we're going to be talking about a very hot topic, and that is how to cash in on the $402 billion and growing cryptocurrency market. I'm also going to share how to gain up to 25,000% on the next crypto play. And I know that's a bold promise to make, so stay with me here to the end. You're going to see why I can confidently make this promise to you today and why you can be as excited about Bitcoin and cryptos as I am. Now, there's something else that I'm doing on this webinar that I've never done on any other webinar before. I'm going to give away $10,000 of my own Bitcoin. Now, one person is going to win the grand prize of $5,000 worth of Bitcoin, and we're going to have 5 other lucky winners that are going to receive $1,000 of Bitcoin. So if you want to be one of the lucky winners, go ahead and type the number 1 into the chat box right now and let me know. Let me know you're alive, let me know you're here, and let me know you're excited about getting this Bitcoin. Now, if you don't want any free Bitcoin, then go ahead and type the number 2 in the chat box. And hopefully we don't have any number 2s. But, okay, well, I'm happy to report that there are all 1s right now showing up that I can see on my end. We're going to announce all the winners towards the end of the presentation, so be sure and stay with me all the way through. And if that sounds good, then let's go ahead and get started. Now, I'm truly honored and excited to share this information with you tonight. Now, before we dive in, let me know that you can hear me. Go ahead and type in the chat the word yes if you can hear me loud and clear. Go ahead and type the word yes in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know that you're there. Let me know, give me some feedback. And we have our team on as well, standing by to answer any questions that you have throughout this presentation. So if you want to ever type in the chat or the question box and ask a question rather, our team is standing by to respond back to you right on the chat. So feel free to do that as the night progresses. Now, it looks like everyone can hear just fine. And also, let me know where in the world you're joining us from. We literally have had over 45,000 people register for this event. And there are people literally coming from all over the world. We have a map that shows us where all the people are registering from. And I think right now we're having people register from about 60 plus countries. So I'm in the great state of Texas in the Dallas area. We also have our crypto math genius Constantine who's joining us from Texas. And we've got our ICO insider Matt who's going to be joining us from a call in California. So we're very excited to have them on board, and we're excited to have you with us tonight as well. Now let me give you a little bit of a disclaimer before we get started today, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you read it here for a second. But basically, it's investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is not appropriate for everyone, obviously. There is a risk of loss associated with trading and investing in these markets. Losses can and will occur. No system or methodology has ever been developed that can guarantee profits or ensure the avoidance of loss. And there's no representation or implication that's being made that using the strategies or tactics or the information in this website or webinar or accompanying material will generate profits or ensure avoidance of loss. So, with that out of the way, how many of you here today have heard about Bitcoin or heard the term cryptocurrency before? Okay, go ahead and type in yes, or type in a 1 in the chat box for yes, type in a 2 for no. If you've never heard of Bitcoin, you've never heard of cryptocurrency, type in a 2. If you've heard of Bitcoin, if you've heard of cryptocurrency, go ahead and type in a 1, okay? Getting a lot of 1s, and that's no surprise because you've been going through my boot camp for the last week. And so I'm sure that most people here are familiar with Bitcoin and with cryptocurrencies. Let me know in the chat how familiar you are with Bitcoin and cryptos. If you're just getting started, if you have already invested a little bit of money, or if you are real serious about it already and you've already made quite a bit of money from it. Go ahead and type in either a 1, 2, or 3 in the chat and let me know on a scale of 1 to 3 how familiar you are with Bitcoin. And we're getting a lot of 1s, so a lot of new people in here. Don't worry, I'm going to be sharing some very easy ways to get started tonight. And for those that are advanced, also some advanced ways as well. So looks like we've got a good mix of people here. We've got people from all across the spectrum. Now, here's the thing. As I see it, if you want to create life-changing wealth, there is no greater opportunity that exists than by investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies right now. More millionaires will be created by Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies than any other time in history. I believe that. Now, however, it is vital that you know which cryptos to buy and when to buy them, how long to hold on to them, and when it's time to take profits off of the table. So with this in mind, my goal tonight is to show you how to collect gains of 500%, 1,000%, and even as much as 25,000% from this new money revolution that's taking the world by storm. So who here is ready for gains like these? All right, who here is ready for gains like these? And I know everybody on the call is excited as well to see how you can make these kinds of gains, because they really are life-changing. I believe we have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity here. All right, getting a lot of yeses. Yay, yes, awesome. In the chat right now. Thank you guys for interacting so much. That gets me even more excited. Now, I'm also going to share my Insider Crypto Profit Code that I've been talking about. This code really gives you a roadmap to follow so that you can take advantage of the money-making opportunities the crypto market provides. You're also going to discover the 4 pillars of crypto investing success, which I believe are the foundation of this code, and you're going to know the path to follow to become the next crypto millionaire. Now, I have to confess, I also have another goal. You see, my goal is to also wow you with so much of this free information that I'm giving you that you'll want to join my Bitcoin Mentor Club at an incredible, better than public price. However, if I don't deliver value today and you don't feel I've delivered value to you all week, then I absolutely insist you don't think 1 second about buying what I'm going to offer, no matter how good the deal is. And if that sounds fair, go ahead and type yes in the chat right now. Let me know that that's fair. Alrighty. Now here's the thing. I want you to keep in mind that this is the same market billionaires and large corporations have invested nearly $3.2 billion into over the last 12 months. Not chump change, to be sure. So when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptos, I want you to realize why this is no ordinary investment opportunity, okay? Now, leading up to this briefing tonight, I've gotten a lot of emails with a very similar question, and that is, what makes this different, okay? And I get it. For a lot of folks, it may seem like an impossibility to generate 500% plus gains from this seemingly little-known market, especially since the average investor is currently earning a measly 5.19% return from their other investments. You know, folks need to be educated, which is exactly why I built a high-level cryptocurrency team to help me educate and empower you with the training and the tools that you need to really make wise crypto investing decisions so that you can fully reap the benefits of investing in this market. Now, when I think about my reasons why I do this, because I think you have to have a reason why you work so hard at doing something, why you invest. I really think about my kids and how I want a better future for them than I had. I don't want them to have to worry about taking care of me when I hit retirement age. I also think about all the men and women out there who are going to be forced to work well beyond the age they retire because they either did not save enough money or maybe they did not make enough on their investments. So I feel called, I really do feel a calling to help as many others as I can create that financial independence that they deserve, okay? And so that's why I do this. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Cecil Robles. I'm the CEO and Chief Investment Officer of Infinitus Investment Research. I started investing in alternative investments like foreign currencies and commodity futures when I was just 21 years old. And in 2006, when I was 25, I wrote the book, How to Profit from the Falling Dollar. Now, in that book, I predicted the '08 housing bubble, the rise in the price of gold, oil at $140 a barrel, and the rise of China as a financial powerhouse. Now, I say this not to brag. However, I do feel very blessed with financial savvy beyond my years. I launched and grew a multi-million-dollar trading and investment firm back in 2008. And in 2011, I invested in my first Bitcoins. And by 2013, I had made a whopping 1,400% profit. Now, after Bitcoin hit $1,000, I had a gut feeling that something extraordinary was happening. And soon after, that's when I launched the Bitcoin Mentor Club. And members have already seen gains of over 10,000%. So my focus is really to bring invaluable perspective and crypto knowledge you won't find anywhere else, okay? Now, after doing this for 15 years, I've come to realize this, that first off, there are big investment opportunities that can quickly change your life and the life of your family, and they don't come around very often, okay? And when they do, you must do everything in your power to take advantage of them, all right? And that's why you're here tonight, because you're doing everything in your power to take advantage of these opportunities, and you've come to the right place. Now, another lesson I've learned is this: to capitalize on the big opportunity that does come your way requires that you have a plan. That is very, very important, and that's what we want to help put in your hands. We want to help empower you with a plan that has been proven to work. Now, also, what I've discovered is that it's never too late. I've helped people in their 30s, I've helped people in their 40s, I've helped people in their 50s and their 60s and their 70s, and even in their 80s. So listen, it's never too late for you to start doing this kind of investing and seeing a big return from it. So I obviously discovered this the hard way. That's the unfortunate part. Today, really, you get to cheat and enjoy the easy way. And here's the hard way. I bought, like I told you a second ago, I bought 100 Bitcoins in 2011 for $10 a piece. And this was just one of those, throw it at the wall, see what sticks investments. My investment focus at the time was really elsewhere. And I forgot about my Bitcoins. Really, I forgot about them until the price shot up over $140 a Bitcoin in 2013. And at that point, nobody knew what was going to happen, right? So I sold every Bitcoin I had at $140 and I made a nice 1,300% gain. Now, I thought that was good. However, had I held on to the same coins today, my $1,000 initial investment for those 100 Bitcoins would be worth over $1.5 million. So talk about kicking myself, right? And so I don't want that to be you. I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity. And it's not too late. Here's the thing. After it hit $1,000, I started investing again. And a lot of people told me I was crazy for doing that. But the reality is that I wasn't crazy. And neither are you for jumping in right now. We're actually just at the very early stages of this market. Now, today I'm going to show you a better way so that you don't miss out on the massive opportunities surrounding Bitcoin, cryptos, and blockchain technology. And who here prefers to make money an easier way? Okay, go ahead and type a 1 in the chat box for yes, a 2 for no if you want to make money an easier way than I had to do, than I had to learn how to do. All right, that's exactly what my Insider's Crypto Profit Code allows you to do. So here's the question. What makes Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies so special? All right, it starts with 3 important social shifts, the first of which I call Back to the Future with Web 3.0. Now imagine for a moment, what if you could go back in time to the year 2001 so that you could invest $1,000 in Apple? Now today, that $1,000, that $10,000 rather, that you invested in Apple would be worth $1.1 million. Okay, so if you invested $10,000 in Apple in 2001, it would now be worth $1.1 million. That's pretty darn good, right? What about if you could go further back in time to the year 1986 so you could invest $1,000 in Microsoft? Okay. Today, that $1,000 would be worth $1.125 million. Again, pretty darn good, right? Now, what if you could go back just 7 years ago to the year 2010 and you had the foresight to invest $1,000 in Bitcoin when it was at 3 cents? Today, those 33,333 Bitcoins would be worth well over $500 million. Now, obviously, none of us can time travel, so what can you do? Because you can't go back in time. What you can do is you can educate yourself today, in the present moment, and take advantage of the coming wave of opportunities surrounding Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in 2018. Here's the incredible thing. This is all just getting started. Keep in mind, Bitcoin is only 7 years old, folks. To put this in perspective, it's like the internet was in 1990 when computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. In other words, we're at the very early stages, okay? None of this has hit the masses yet, which is why the opportunity is so incredible right now. The right cryptocurrency investments today can earn you as much as 10,000% or more, create quick trading opportunities as short as just 30 days, and turn a small $100 investment into a very real fortune, okay? So what exactly is Bitcoin? Before we get into everything else, we need to understand what Bitcoin is. So I'm going to be very brief in this because many of you may already know, but in essence, it is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, much like a peer-to-peer network for file sharing. But because it is digital and decentralized, Bitcoin gives you the freedom to transfer value from one entity to another without an intermediary. There's no government or bank that controls the exchange of Bitcoin or cryptos between two different parties. It really is a form of currency like our physical money supply, except it's digital or it's computer-based. And that is really the power behind it. Now, here are some cool things about Bitcoin. Once you buy something, the transaction is final. After confirmation, a transaction can't be reversed by anybody, period. Nobody means nobody, okay? So not your bank, not the government. If you send money, you send it, period. And that's a good thing because what it does is it creates this almost, accountability, so to speak, about what we do with our money, okay? Number two, it's fast and global. You can do business and you can buy things anywhere in the world in real time. There's no delays. And so that's another thing. It's completely secure. Your Bitcoin and cryptos are completely secure. You have a private key for any and all Bitcoin or cryptos that you invest in. A Bitcoin address is actually more secure than Fort Knox. So as long as you know how to store it properly, your money is more safe than if you had it in Fort Knox or if you had it buried somewhere with a secret treasure map attached to it, okay? Number four, it's a controlled supply. Most cryptocurrencies limit the supply of the tokens with a schedule that's written in the computer code, which means that the value will always rise as the number of coins increases in circulation and ownership. And so that's very, very important. We always want to invest in something with a controlled supply. Now, what's more here, what gets me really, really exciting, and this is very exciting, Bitcoin is just a small part, however, of the disruptive revolution to come. What gets me even more excited than Bitcoin reaching a price of $100,000 by the end of 2018, and yes, that is very exciting. What gets me more excited is the underlying technology behind Bitcoin known as blockchain, okay? Blockchain is the technology that makes Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies possible. And before long, companies everywhere will use blockchain technology and start accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as a form of payment, as well as to pay others. And many already are, as you can see right here, and you can see them on the screen. Now, here's the exciting part. Once large industries like oil, automotive, shipping, and telecommunications shift to using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which is actually starting to happen right now, the value and the price of Bitcoin and these other cryptos are going to soar in an even more explosive manner than we've seen so far. So, how can you make money while this is all unfolding before your very eyes? Well, it all starts by looking back to Web 1.0, i.e. the dot-com boom and bust. Think about, back to the year 1997 with me. People were walking around with Sony Walkmans and listening to cassette tapes. And of course, you probably remember these. You pop the cassette in and push play, and then, if you're unlucky or unfortunate, the cassette gets all twisted up and tangled up, and you got to take it out and twist it back in with your finger. How many of you remember that? I'm glad that we've moved on to the iPhone now, and we have iTunes, and we're able to watch stuff on YouTube. Also, "You've got mail" was the most popular phrase in the world and referred to email sent by AOL, one of the original email providers. And again, I'm glad that we've passed that day and age up because I get anxiety anytime my internet speed slows down to like it was back then. And but the dot-com boom was in full swing then. And so what happened? I mean, that's the question. What happened? See, the vast majority of dot-coms ended up being nothing more than fairy dust. And the same thing is going to happen in the crypto world. And in other words, 80 to 90% of the cryptocurrencies that you hear about are going to be gone in a few years. And they'll be worth zero. The good news is that if you pay attention, if you educate yourself and make informed investment decisions, you will not end up like one of the millions of people that got taken for a ride during the dot-com era. Instead, you're going to have the real potential to become a crypto millionaire and even buy the t-shirt if you want, okay? So now who was left after the dot-com burst? Okay. Well, you know who they are, right? Amazon, Apple, Google, Facebook, of course, came in the social media shift. But these companies and a handful of others have really changed the way that we live. And so which cryptocurrencies are going to be the next Amazon, the next Facebook, the next Google? Well, the secret is to have a system that helps you identify where the potential money makers are and helps you avoid the likely losers as well. And that brings us to the 4 pillars of crypto investing success. Pillar number 1, we have to know what, why, and when to buy. Now, it may sound overly simple, and yet you must do your due diligence, or you have to have someone do it for you, okay? Matt's going to come on here in just a little while, and he's going to talk about doing some of that due diligence when it comes to ICOs. This is really true with each of the 4 pillars, okay? You need to know what cryptos to buy and which ones to stay away from. Now, here are some of the questions that our team asked to help us separate potential winners from the losers. Number 1, is it first mover advantage, okay? Do they have a strong community of loyal users? Is there a genius at the helm? Do they have an ability to harness a new tech in a visionary way? Well, it's all of this and more, right? But the bottom line is that it's vital that you have the crypto intel to make wise and profitable investing decisions, okay? Now, pillar number 2, okay? There are some cryptos that you'll want to hold on to for a longer term potential, okay? And that's where pillar number 2 comes in. We have to know what, why, and when to hold. You know, these are the millionaire makers, right? Which can yield mind-boggling returns over time. It could be several months, could be several years, but they're the ones that can make you a lot of money. Number 3, pillar number 3 is know what, why, and when to sell. The crypto market is highly volatile and price can change daily, even hourly. And that's a good thing, actually, as Constantine's going to come on here and talk about here in just a minute. But some cryptos can be bought and sold for short-term gains, for monthly cash flow income, so to speak. So, and I'm going to talk about more about this here in just a minute again when Constantine comes on. But let's get to pillar number 4, and that is you need to know how to execute on your plan to become a crypto millionaire. You know, cryptos are a once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity. It's something that comes around once in 100 years, or perhaps even once in 1,000 years. You need the knowledge, the tools, and access to the right crypto opportunities to create what I call legacy wealth, okay? And this brings me to, you know, with all of this in mind here, this brings me to the system that I use to find the extraordinary crypto investing opportunities. And I call this system Clues, okay? So the C stands for communication, community, and company perception, all right? We ask questions like, how well does the company explain their product and technology? And so first, when researching a particular cryptocurrency, I visit their website, right? If I can't figure out what it is that they do within a few seconds, I'm going to assume that most other potential investors will experience the same thing, and I move on. Second, what's the difference between long-term cryptos and those that fade away? Well, it's this. It's the way that they communicate with their community, okay? Whenever you research a cryptocurrency, make sure you join their community so that you can get a feel for how they interact with their main supporters, okay? The L stands for long-term mission and values. So for this, I have 5 things that I look at. Number 1, do they provide an open financial system which is available to everyone and not controlled by a single entity? In other words, is there code out there? Is it open? Is it available for everyone to see? Is there inclusion involved? And so that's what we're looking for when we're looking to invest in cryptos, because that's the idea behind cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. It's to take the hands out of the power out of the hands of the few and give it to everyone, okay, when it comes to our money. Number 2, do they bring a new or improved technology that helps solve a problem, create a new market, and create value for market participants? Okay, that's another important question we ask. Number 3, does the technology enable individuals to have more control over their wealth, property, or the freedom to consume, produce, invest, or work as they choose? How many of you would like that? You'd like the freedom to control your wealth, your property, and the freedom to consume, produce, invest, and work as you choose. The technology should enable, the cryptocurrency technology and the blockchain technology should enable us to be able to do those things. Number 4, the technology must be accessible to use by anyone with a smartphone or internet access. And that, again, is extremely, extremely important. Number 5, the network must be public and decentralized. After all, that's what cryptocurrency is all about. It's decentralization of our financial system. And that's exactly what we want. U equals underlying technology, okay? That's what the U stands for. It stands for their underlying technology. And this is another critical factor in determining the likelihood of a cryptocurrency's success. Okay? The company must have a robust security and code, and they must have an outstanding tech team with a history of success and finally scalability. Their network must be set up to grow and handle user adoption. Now, E stands for economics. So when researching a new cryptocurrency, I always look at the economics behind it. And this includes the current market cap, which is the most important factor, and then the number of coins in circulation and how the company intends to grow the user base of their token or their coin. Okay? So these are the different things that I use when it comes to the Clues system, because here's the thing. With all cryptos, user growth equals cryptocurrency value growth. So the more the user base grows, the greater the value of the cryptocurrency becomes. Okay, think about it like this. Consider companies like Uber and Airbnb, which rely on user growth for their success, right? The new economy is user driven, and the new crypto money revolution is also user driven. Okay, and so that's very, very important. And then finally, the S stands for supply. See, we don't want to invest in cryptos which are susceptible to price manipulation, which are pump and dumps, or which simply just don't have the volume and the liquidity for us to be able to get in and out of them. So we have to ask, how liquid is this asset? What is the global market cap? How quickly can this asset be transferred to another asset? And then what are the number of exchanges that it's traded on? Okay, these are the important questions that we ask about supply. Now, the Clues system has allowed me to know what, why, and when to buy the right cryptos, which have yielded over 10,000% gains in 2017 alone, like Stellar Lumens that's yielded over 571% in the last 30 days. This is an example of a long-term play that fit my Clues system perfectly. EOS is up, another big winner here for me in my inner circle has been EOS, of course, and I recommended this to Bitcoin Mentor Club members at 60 cents a few months ago, and then it hit a high of $4.78 just 2 days ago. So again, a gain of 796%. And then another one is IOTA, which I recommended back in July at just 17 cents. IOTA hit an all-time high of $5.25 yesterday. That's a whopping 3,088% gain. Okay, these are just a handful of the 15 to 20 cryptos that I anticipate holding for the next 6 to 12 months. Now, when you have this kind of a system, it allows you to make these massive gains and protect yourself at the same time. Now, if you haven't started to invest in cryptos yet, don't be too hard on yourself. You can now decide to do things different, okay? All it takes is a decision on your part to take action. And as I said earlier, I'm opening the doors to a small group of folks here today who want in on the enormous crypto gold rush, okay? Now, as I see it, deciding not to invest in Bitcoin, cryptos, and blockchain is actually more risky than actually investing. And here's why. It has to do with social shift number 2, which I call the Great Wall Street Bitcoin Heist. Bitcoin, cryptos, and blockchain are about to explode even higher into the stratosphere, folks. So how do I know this? Okay, you're probably asking, well, how do you know? Well, it's 2 words, Wall Street. Now, love it or hate it, Wall Street is the place where money never sleeps. And I can promise you this, they're not asleep on the cryptocurrency market. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, who cares if Wall Street gets involved in the cryptocurrency market? And that's really a fair question. So to answer it, let's look at the crypto market capitalization over the last 3 years. As you can see, from 2014 to the end of 2016, the total crypto market cap increased by around $12 billion. Now, in the final quarter of 2017, we're at $402 billion, and it's heading higher by the day. This is a growth of $386 billion in 1 year, which is unheard of for any market. You know, the growth it took the crypto market to achieve in 3 years has now been multiplied more than 25 times in just a single year. Now, some people have called Bitcoin a bubble. Even some of the talking heads you watch on TV or on the internet, I don't believe it is, and here's why. You see, a market can't be a bubble until the Wall Street money gets in first, and this hasn't happened yet. They have only been testing the waters, and that said, they're about to jump, and it's coming very, very fast, okay? For one, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME, has just been approved to release a Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies futures and options trading product. And get this, CME is the world's leading derivatives exchange with over 3 billion contracts annually worth $1 quadrillion. Now, realize that the big Wall Street money won't get involved in a market unless they can hedge their bets. And so this move by the CME allows them to do just that. Gemini, which is an exchange, a cryptocurrency exchange, just made a deal with the CBOE to offer futures on their platform, futures contracts for cryptocurrencies on their platform. So big deals are being made in order to bring this market and this technology to Wall Street. Now, if you have a look at this famous market cycles chart, then you'll realize that the opportunity is still in front of you, okay? We're right here, right where that takeoff sign is. That's where we are in the cycle. Here's the thing though, once Wall Street jumps in, which it already is, and this thing takes off, which is happening right now, it's going to be very hard to catch up. You don't want to get yourself into the position where you're behind on this particular trend. So here's the thing. Once Wall Street gets in, their supercomputers and automated trading robots, their algorithms are going to change the system, and they're going to game the system in any way they can. Okay, there's no one who knows this better than my friend and fellow crypto insider, Konstantin. Konstantin actually came to the U.S. from Russia with his family 8 years ago for a better life. And I'm telling you right now, he's created one for himself. And as smart as Konstantin is, he's a real down-to-earth guy. He just happens to have a master's degree in computer science and in math. He's a master programmer, a certified math genius. And when he got to the States, the big money firms quickly snatched him up. And he's literally built their neural networks and high-speed algorithms and super trading systems. So several years ago, like me, he became fascinated with cryptocurrencies and he began applying his genius to the world of crypto trading. And ultimately, he created the world's first standalone platform to help you trade Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And he made sure that it was easy to use for both newbie investors and others with more trading experience. Now, it's called Cryptogenesis. Cryptogenesis is Konstantin's brainchild, and it evolved from the trading platform that he developed over 17 years ago. And then after seeing how well his software worked in the stock market for the big firms, he applied it to the select group of cryptocurrencies that we now offer inside of the software. And that's when Cryptogenesis was born. And when I saw the results that he was getting with this and what he had done, I'm telling you, I could barely contain my excitement. The best news is that Konstantin joined my cryptocurrency research firm as an advisor and agreed to make his software available to members of our inner circle. So Konstantin is going to join us here in just a second, and I'm going to grill him with some questions. But first, I want to share why Cryptogenesis is such a powerful and must-have trading tool. So for one, it's based on something called a neural network. And this means the code works with laser-like accuracy, and it pinpoints which cryptos to buy, sell, or hold at any given time. Okay, which cryptos to buy, sell, or hold at any given time. In a nutshell, a neural network is like Einstein's brain on steroids. It makes trading decisions like the most professional traders do on Wall Street, okay? Neural networks solve tasks which cannot be solved by traditional computing. These types of networks are used in NASA for flight control, vehicle control like in Tesla's autonomous self-driving car, virtual assistants like Amazon, Alexa, and Siri, and now cryptocurrency forecasting. So how does it all work? Okay, well, let me show you some recent trades that Cryptogenesis has predicted with amazing accuracy. This one on NXT that currently has $54,000 in open profits right now. Here's another one on Ethereum, which currently has $5,049 in open profits. And here's one on Litecoin that currently sits at $8,451 in open profits. So as you can see here, there is some serious cash being made. So now let me bring on Konstantin, and together we're going to show you how the Cryptogenesis software works. I got to tell you, I am super excited to have on the call with me right now Konstantin. Konstantin, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. We're gonna ask you a couple of questions. I want you to talk about the Cryptogenesis software. But first, what I'd like to get your take on is why you are so excited, like I am, about the cryptocurrency market. And I want you to tell the people out there what excites you the most? And obviously, it's. I mean, you've been making a huge return yourself with the Cryptogenesis software, but what's exciting to you, and why should people be excited about the cryptocurrency market?
Well, for me, the most exciting thing is the cryptocurrency market is the hottest market in the world right now. And it has so high volatility that can generate you, with the Cryptogenesis software, it can generate you almost unlimited income and return on the investment just because of the highest volatility on this market. And when I created Cryptogenesis software, the first version, I was amazed how accurate the neural network technology can be applied on this particular market, just because of the specific market of the cryptocurrencies. The neural network demonstrates the highest accuracy in data pattern recognitions and generating the buy and sell signals, and in finding out the reversal points just right before it happens. And I can see that the Cryptogenesis software can easily generate the return of for like 5,000% of initial investment into the trading, and or even 6,000% for some cryptos. And that makes it really exciting. That brings the huge opportunities to become the millionaire just in a few months, you know. And with the Cryptogenesis software, it's very easy.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. It's easy. It doesn't take a whole lot of work. It doesn't take a lot of time. And we put together the top 68 cryptocurrencies into the software, so you don't have to have any kind of guesswork on which ones to trade or which ones to invest your money into. We've already put the ones that have the most volatility, the ones that have the most liquidity, and the ones that are going to make the most return into the software. So that's the thing that I love about it. Now, as far as getting people started, let me ask you, how easy is this to set up, and how easy is it for somebody to use on a daily basis?
Well, I have been working on this software for the last 17 years, and my goal was to create the neural network predictive system that is as easy to use as possible. And I think I achieved this goal because I'm receiving a lot of feedbacks from my current users that are saying that this is the easiest predictive software that they have ever seen before, you know. So this is so literally the software is as easy as just a few mouse clicks to start trading with this, to create the neural network, and to start receiving the forecasting signals.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it just takes a couple of minutes to set up. And what I love is somebody who's never even traded before, never traded cryptocurrencies before, doesn't even know what a chart looks like, or how to read indicators or anything like that. You don't really need any of that, do you, Konstantin? You don't need to know how to read indicators or do any of that, because the software does all the heavy lifting for you.
No, I mean, you don't even need to take a look at the chart, actually. I mean, we do have the chart and we do have the technical analysis module here, but you don't need to have any knowledge about it. You don't need to take a look at the technical indicators, do any technical analysis, or do any kind of candlestick analysis or anything like that. All you need to do just to click the update button once a day, and it will connect to crypto exchange and will download the most recent data for selected cryptocurrency, and it will generate the forecasting signal for tomorrow instantly. And all you need to do is just to take a look at the dashboard, and there will be the clear recommendation shown if you need to buy tomorrow, or if you need to sell tomorrow, or if you need to stay away of the market, and that's it.
Awesome. Now, let's talk about just for a minute how much time somebody has to spend every day at the computer for this. I mean, obviously people are busy, they have jobs, they have a life, and so how much time does somebody really need to spend looking at this every day in order to know what to buy and what to sell?
Well, even though initial setup of neural network might take up to like 4 minutes, depending on your computer power. But once the neural network is set up, you literally need to spend 5 minutes every night just to update your neural network and to collect the signals for selected crypto coins, cryptocurrencies in the report file. So just a single mouse click or a couple of mouse clicks, 5 minutes to update the neural networks, and that's it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's not hard. You just saw me on the chart there just updating, and that's really all you have to do. As a matter of fact, once you have your watch list set up like I have right here, all you have to do is to just click on this update watch list button, and it updates all of the different cryptos that you have set up in there. And then it just generates this current position, the recommendation for the next bar open, and the time frame one day. And correct me if I'm wrong, Konstantin, but this updates on the daily time frame. This updates at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so yeah, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you have to do is click on the update button. If you're a little bit late, that's okay. If you're a little bit early, that's okay. But all you have to do is click on the update button, and it's going to tell you exactly what to do for that day. For that new day. Now, what if someone has questions after they set this up? Is there ongoing support that we provide as a team, and that you have a tech team set up as well? But tell us about the ongoing support.
Yes, we do have the dedicated technical support team, and those guys, they are highly experienced in this particular software, and they are trained to provide the highest level of support for this particular software. And they're available through the different support channels. So you can use the email and just send the email to them, and they will be happy to answer any kind of questions or resolve any kind of issues that you might have. And you can also use the online web chat form on our website, and there is the live person who will be answering any kind of inquiries concerning the Cryptogenesis software. And as well as we also have the support desk, and you'll be able to use this support desk to create the tickets, submit the tickets, and our support team will do their best to answer the created tickets. I can say that our goal is to answer any kind of support inquiries within 30 minutes after receiving it. So yes, awesome. There is the extensive ongoing support for the software.
Awesome, yeah. And that's an important thing, especially with software. And so yeah, absolutely. Now, what about for experienced traders? I mean, there might be experienced traders, people who are like me, who've been trading the markets for 15 years. Maybe they have their own system, and they're like, well, how can Cryptogenesis make me more money investing and trading in cryptos? Because, quite frankly, I have so much experience. So why would I need this? And what can it do for me? Why don't you address that briefly?
Well, yes. Even though the software is designed to be as easy to use as possible, I was also considering that the experienced traders can use the software in addition to their own trading systems and algorithms. So there is the special advanced mode available in the software. So by default, the easiest, the simple mode is turned on, but if you would like to make some extra tests and create the neural network that would generate the outcome that you're looking for, and that would fit your own trading style and your trading systems, you are able to turn on this advanced mode and adjust the parameters for a neural network that way that the neural network, the created neural network would fit your own systems. And also, the neural network generates, it produces the highest accuracy in the signal generation and the highest return on account. So I would, if you have your own trading systems, I would still use the Cryptogenesis software just for double confirmation. So if it generates buy signal and your trading system shows that there's the uptrend, so this buy signal generated from neural network can be used for double confirmations that you're on the right side in your trading.
Awesome. Yeah. And I would highly recommend that. For advanced traders, you do have that option. But even in simple mode, I mean, it's so accurate. We're seeing on some cryptocurrencies, I'm amazed because we're seeing 100% accuracy. And that's just unheard of when it comes to, anybody really trading or looking at investing in the cryptocurrency market. And this software is really producing those kinds of results. So I'm very, very excited. I'm excited to have Konstantin on our advisory team. And I'm excited that he's presented you the opportunity to, partake in this great creation of his and be able to generate the kinds of returns that we're seeing, 5,000 and 6,000% on each crypto in some instances. And so it's just amazing results. So my hat's off to you, Konstantin, for developing this. And, I'm excited for people to get started. So why don't you go ahead and just give a goodbye to everybody. And we're gonna get moving on. I really do appreciate you joining the call today. Kind of give some last words, and then we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining our live webinar tonight. And I can assure you that you'll just love the Cryptogenesis software, as many of our current users, and you'll be amazed with the results as well as everyone. And thanks again for joining us tonight. And have a good night, guys.
Thanks, Konstantin. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Man, thank you so much, Konstantin, for being with us here today again and for bringing all of us the gift of Cryptogenesis. Now, as you're about to discover, Konstantin has agreed to do something super, super special for everyone on the briefing here today. I'll talk more about this in a moment. Now, as we just shared, the cool thing about this software is you don't need any previous experience with trading software, and you don't need to know what, when, or how to buy and sell cryptocurrencies on your own. And that is a very, very beautiful thing. Cryptogenesis does practically all the hard work for you, as you just saw. And a tool like this really gives you an extra layer of confidence, knowing that you can find winning crypto trades with unlimited upside potential. And it also gives you peace of mind because it helps protect you from downside risk. And that's not what a lot of people are talking about when it comes to cryptocurrencies right now. Even though there is unlimited upside potential, I believe, we still need to protect ourselves from downside risk. So we released Cryptogenesis to a few beta members, and here's what a couple of them had to say. James M. shared, "I've been using Cryptogenesis for several months now, and I'm continually amazed at the accuracy it provides. Keep up the good work." Here's another one that Steve G told us. He said, "This software is unbelievable for pinpointing trades." And then here's one that Neil K said, and he had some great news to share. He said, "With Cecil's help and with the help of his Cryptogenesis software, I'm up 535% in XLM in just 45 days. The software is amazing." Now, how many of you would love making a 535% ROI in the next 45 days? Well, you can see what a difference having a strategic investing tool like this at your disposal can mean to your financial fortunes, right? So just imagine how different your life is going to be when your crypto holdings skyrocket in 2018 and beyond. Think about that for a minute, because that's important to get that vision and that picture in your mind, okay? Now, this brings us to social shift number 3 and the final piece of our crypto profit code puzzle. And it involves a process that I'm very, very excited about called an initial coin offering, or ICO for short. Now, typically, the way these new cryptos and blockchain companies are funded is through one of these ICOs, and some of them still go the traditional route as well of venture capital raises. But for the most part, they're funded through these ICOs. And I want you to think of it like an IPO, okay, which is an initial public offering on the stock market. Companies use IPOs to raise investor capital, and then they are generally released in 3 phases. Phase 1 is what is known as the private sale. This is where company employees and executives can usually buy stock at a major discount. They can also offer a certain amount to friends and family, let's say. For example, if a company is looking to price their IPO at, say, $10, they may do a private sale for $1 to $2 per share to friends and family and company employees, of course. Okay. Now, in phase 2, that's where the pre-IPO sale comes in. And this is where the company will offer a discount to institutional type investors. This is where hedge funds and private equity are generally going to get in at this level, which is usually reserved for high net worth individuals only. If a company is looking to price their IPO at $10, they may do this pre-IPO sale for, say, $6 to $8, okay? Most people are never going to get in on this. Now, the phase 3 is where most of the general public gets in. That's where the sale of stock goes to the public. And this is when the company's listed on the NASDAQ or the Dow and can be traded publicly, okay? When it comes to ICOs, the process works in the exact same way. There is phase 1, the private ICO price, phase 2, the pre-ICO price, and phase 3, the official ICO price, which is made available to the general public. Now, here's where it gets good. You see, I have an ICO insider named Matt on our corporate team. Matt's been responsible for investing or raising over $250 million in about a dozen ICOs over the past 3 years. He's got more knowledge about this space than anyone I've ever met. He also has the inside connections to know the ICO deals that are going on behind the scenes and to get in at the private sale prices. Now, this is the key, to get in on the ground level before the hedge funds and the public, general public knows about it, okay? And unless you're on the inside of the industry and you know how to vet these deals to make sure that you avoid the scams, you're likely going to miss out on an opportunity to make some of the biggest gains possible where you can potentially make millions of dollars, okay? Now, one more thing. In 2018, I expect that we are going to have one of the greatest years for the ICO boom ever. And Matt also believes that, as you're going to find out here in just a second. And it really has to do with big corporations racing. Right now, they're racing to get positioned inside the blockchain revolution. All right, companies like Microsoft, IBM, and Google, to name a few, who don't have the speed of innovation they need to in order to be first movers, and in order to disrupt the biggest industries in the world using blockchain tech, okay? So because of this, they're starting to invest heavily in companies that are already bringing new ideas to the market. I'd like to bring Matt on the call now and talk more about this with you. All right, I am excited to introduce you to Matt today. He is what I call our ICO insider here at Infinitus Investment Research, and I'm excited to have him on the call with me. Matt, are you there?
Yes, Cecil, pleasure to be here.
Hey, great to have you. Great to have you. I know you've got some sick kids you're dealing with and all of that, so I thank you so much for taking your time to come on with us tonight.
Yeah, not a problem. Pleasure to be here. And yes, it's a nice little break from the sick children right now. So it's okay on my part. Okay,
right on. Well, let's just dive right into this because I don't want to take too much of your time, but I know people are excited to hear from you. I've been talking you up big time, and I want to go into some questions specifically about ICOs because this is your expertise in the cryptocurrency area. And you've really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I want our viewers to kind of get that same experience that you've given me. So let's talk briefly about why ICOs in particular, especially coming into 2018, get you excited. What are the things that get you excited when it comes to ICOs in 2018?
There's just been so much massive momentum from 2017 that is really going to carry over into 2018. What I've seen in the market, even just this last quarter, has been actually not a slowdown, but a step back and a reconfigure for a lot of organizations that are really gearing up to explode in 2018. I mean, obviously, with some institutional money now coming into the crypto space, it even makes it that much larger, where ICOs can really be able to give an opportunity for a small or growing organization to really blow up really fast in regards for valuation.
That's awesome. Yeah, and that's what excites me too, because if you can get in on the right ones and you get in early enough, you can participate in that growing valuation of those companies. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Let me go ahead and have you just answer some common questions that we've been getting a lot via email. I mean, we've had over 50,000 people register for tonight's event. And so you can imagine that our support inbox is just getting flooded with questions. And so I had the support team kind of go through and pick out some top questions that people are asking about ICOs. And I'd like to get your take on it. So first off, how do you specifically, just in a very brief way, how do you specifically vet ICO opportunities yourself, your company? How does your company vet ICO opportunities?
Great question. Actually, I get that asked quite a bit. A couple things. Two of my major ones are going to be market size. So if it's an organization trying to do an ICO and they're going into a tiny market, where there's already other competitors that are non-blockchain based companies, well, there's going to be a smaller amount of customers for those organizations to go all chase after. Mm-hmm. So unless you're going to be cannibalizing someone else's organization, size of market is important. Not just total market, but really the attainable market. So the market segment that will actually be touched by that organization. You kind of have to know how to break down markets in that respect. Mm-hmm. That's definitely one of them. I mean, obviously, looking at the executive team and seeing what they've done in the past, making sure that everything's pretty much transparent from the organization as well, combing through that white paper for all the nooks and crannies that some people might not see, right? So when they talk about their technology or they talk about what their market that they're going into, mm-hmm. but more importantly, what's their revenue roadmap. Right. So I get plenty of white papers that hit my inbox every single day that have nothing about how am I going to go ahead and obtain customers. It's all about building a technology. Well, that's great if you can build a strong technology. You still have to get that technology in the hands of end users that are going to use it to make that token utility increase, to increase the valuation, right. To then, make sure that your investors are taken care of. You're actually making revenue as a company. Right. I mean, ICO is really just the beginning. It's not the end stage for an organization. And, sure. And it's funny, right? Some people, they think raising money in ICOs is great and they're going to live off the money. No, you don't live off the money. That's to run your company and to get revenue. Right. So that's the biggest difference, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And, something you said about the executive team, and I think that goes hand in hand with, revenue, because if you have a strong executive team, of experienced entrepreneurs who have generated revenue in previous companies, I think that's just a major, major plus. So I agree with you. I think that's a huge, huge deal right there. Now, how can somebody tell if an ICO, because there's a lot of them starting to happen right now, and I mean, some of them are just junk. I mean, a lot of them actually are junk. So how can somebody tell if an ICO is real or if it's a scam?
Great question, right? We've seen some scams at the table, over the past 6 months, definitely. There's on their actual website, there's a couple of things that we look for when I'm looking to invest in an ICO. And we call it basically kind of like the scam test, right? So first off is, what does their who is say? As simple as that, right? Right. Blockchain technology, the blockchain world is very transparent and open. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the beauty about it, right? A lot of it is open source. People are very transparent about where their code they're using and X, Y, Z. A simple thing is check the who is on the website. Mm-hmm. Is it showing GoDaddy or is it showing, Andrew Johnson or however the person's name is, right. Who's actually the CEO of the company? Mm-hmm. Can you verify who they are? I mean, have you I've had investors, right, send a certified letter to our office address or one organization I'm a shareholder in to make sure that we're real, and there was some instructions in there to contact them. So little things like that, where if you're investing in the company overseas and you can't fly over there and go meet them in person, et cetera. If they're announcing anything about their AMAs or anything like that, get in front of them, ask them questions, don't let them off the hook. Right. Ask them the hard questions. Right. But it's really, you can do your due diligence just on the individual people. And then secondly, if they're showcasing a blockchain MVP, if you're not a tech person, right, you see if you can even talk to somebody who is and get on their GitHub and see how many commits they have, and so forth. So sure. There's a few different ways to do it. There's not an exact science, in my opinion, other than if you can go meet them, verify who they are.
Right.
Go see some information about the organization. Go look at their past history. Do they have a LinkedIn profile? Simple things like that, right?
Sure.
What are the other companies? Do those other companies have websites? Do they have addresses, et cetera? So, some simple due diligence. A lot of times will get you past that.
Yep.
And sometimes don't believe all the hype.
Yeah.
Right. If something is too good to be true, and sometimes it's too good to be true.
Good to be true, right?
Plain
and simple. Yeah, and that's one of the things that we do, and I think the benefit of having you on our team is you really are able to connect a lot with these CEOs, and you're able to get them on these AMA calls, and I think that's extremely valuable to anybody who's looking to put any kind of money in, whether it's $1,000 or $100,000. It doesn't really matter. You want to be able to interact and talk with the people who are building this company, and so that's extremely important. All right, let's move on briefly because I know your time is short here, but let's talk about people see these ICOs, and yes, there have been some that have just made phenomenal returns. I mean, what's the potential here? I mean, what could people? And I know there's no guarantee. We don't have a crystal ball. I've been telling people that over and over again, but I mean, what do you see as the opportunity financially in this particular space going into 2018? Without getting specific, or we're not guaranteeing returns or anything like that, so I want to make that very clear, but there is a lot of opportunity. So what's your take on the opportunity?
I would say sky's the limit at this point, if that's the easiest thing to say.
Sure.
There's so many Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 companies. They're all doing proof of concept on blockchain. Mm-hmm. Everybody from your IBMs, your Microsoft, your Accentures, et cetera. Everyone is looking to the space. Everyone's seeing a value proposition in using blockchain. Mm-hmm. Now, that being said, there's a lot of very robust startups right now that are leveraging, the fact that they can build a very strong blockchain product, adapt into a market, and then all of a sudden get a partnership with a Fortune 500 company to leverage their product and process that they've already built. Mm-hmm. And at that point, the value of that token goes through the roof. Mm-hmm. We've just seen something recently with that as well, where Microsoft did a deal with an organization, mm-hmm. and we saw the value of their token go skyrocket.
Right.
So there's a lot of opportunity on the back end like that. But even as an organization coming in and starting an ICO from scratch and getting up and running, just as long as you have a strong business plan and a strong way to attract consumers and end users and generate revenue for your organization, there's going to be continued use of your token, which then means you're going to be very attractive to third-party exchanges and other places to then trade post-ICO. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in the space. And I said, in 2018, I've been talking to a lot of investors, a lot of crypto fund managers, and everyone just kind of gearing up. Mm-hmm. Especially, again, as you said, there's some institutional, money starting to come into the space now. And gosh, I think I saw something the other day. I think Coinbase had something like 200,000 new accounts registered in the last couple of months.
Right.
So, yeah, there's a lot of interest, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah, and it's exciting. I'm telling you, I believe this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I plan on taking full advantage of it. I know you're taking full advantage of it, so. And I hope everybody listening does the same thing. Now, when it comes to an ICO, this is pretty much a general question because, each one is different, so to speak. But is there a lockup period? So when somebody invests in one of these blockchain companies, they invest in an ICO, they get a token. Is there a lockup period or a waiting period for, being able to pull money back out? Is it like an IPO where you have a 6-month waiting period? So how does that work?
Great question. It really depends on the organization, and it really depends on when you purchase, right? So what I've started to see more standard, because I do talk with a lot of CEOs that are in the process of gearing up or are in the process of an ICO right now. In that, well, first off, I'm not sure. So just so everyone knows, typically there's stages within an ICO. Maybe I should start there real quick, Cecil. Okay.
Sure.
So a lot of times when you're running an ICO, you're in an ICO. There's really going to be an initial private stage. Now, the private stage is not going to be publicized out on any type of listing sites, or you're not going to get emails in your inbox about XYZ companies, private stage, ICO. that's really, if you kind of equate that to the VC world, that's kind of like your seed stage, right? So typically what an organization will do is they'll give you normally the best valuation on the token, or depending on how they're structured, maybe the largest bonus for people that are the first money in. Now, typically when you're the first money in on an ICO, there will be a little bit of a lockup period. I've seen some organizations extend that out to over a year. And I've seen some organizations, drop that down to, 60 days post ICO. It really depends on the company. It really probably depends as well as how long they are from developing that technology. Would be a good piece to think about. Now, after that, then you'll really see you'll see a public pre-sale, which you'll get like a bonus on the token as well before it hits a full-fledged kind of public ICO. And those are primarily your 3 stages within that process. And really the lockup period, from what I've seen, has really only been published, I should say, been seen within that first private stage. But I guess that's fine though, because you're also, as an investor, would be given the best value on the token. Right. So if you can't trade or have full liquidity immediately after the ICO, but you want to you should have done a little bit better on the valuation anyway than anyone else, then that's kind of a trade-off.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, you talked about VC, the VC world, and we've talked about kind of IPOs a little bit, and ICOs are very similar in the way that they're staged out. What about, because in an IPO, to get in kind of in that first stage, you really need to be, most of the time you only have institutional investors that get that opportunity. Does somebody have to be an accredited investor to get in on an ICO or to purchase, tokens in an ICO?
That, again, would be up to the organizations running the ICO. Okay. We've seen some companies only allow in accredited investors. We have some other organizations open it up and have it kind of truly democratized to anybody. Right. So it's really depending on that organization. Because there's no firm, SEC guidelines around ICOs and investors and so forth. I can't speak to that specifically. I can only tell you right now what I'm seeing in the marketplace is that there's been a handful of companies that have some very large raises that only did institutional and accredited, and there's other ones that have massive raises as well that opens up to everybody. So it's really up to that organization specifically. Sure. And it might also depend on how their token will be used, if it's going to be more of a security token or if it's going to be a utility token and so forth. But ultimately, it would be up to that organization specific. And they would have that posted very clearly on their ICO website in their process as well, right. That they would only be accepting, accredited investor money in that process.
Right. Perfect. Yeah. And I mean, this same question is probably going to be about the same answer here, but I'll ask it anyways. And that is, what do you kind of see as generally the minimums that need to be invested in ICOs? And I'm assuming it's probably going to be the same answer as the one you just answered.
It'll be similar, to that. But I mean, heck, I've seen organizations, having minimum as 1 Ether, right? Which was, I think, at that time when I was doing that, I was at when Ether was at $300, and right. It's quite a bit higher than that now. Sure. And others, might have a minimum of 1,000. Others could be 20,000. Sure. Some might have a different minimum per stage as well. Right. Right. If you're in that private sale, some companies might only allow minimum of $50,000 investment in the door. Right. For that private stage. Right. Yeah. Again, so it really depends on that specific organization, how they're going to structure their specific token sale. Yeah. And there's not one single structure across the board that every organization does for an ICO. However, we're starting to see commonalities in the marketplace, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's awesome, man. Great questions by people who wrote in. Now I want to go ahead and have Matt tell you about one of the things that Matt, Matt kind of helps me with and does for me is I've already asked him if, when he has these opportunities that come his way, if he'll share them with me and if he'll allow me to share them with our members. And so one of the things that he's already brought us one of these deals, and now we're working on the second one right now. Why don't you talk to people a little bit about the private sale ICO opportunity that you brought me here just recently, without giving away too many details on it.
Yeah, sure. I can just kind of give you some high overview of it. So as you said, so the one I brought in recently, just for you and the member base, is in that initial private sale stage. So if you think about what I just said about the structure of the ICO, it's really that ground floor stage opportunity. Mm-hmm. So those, just so everybody understands that. The organization itself is it's pretty forward thinking in that it is providing a global credit score to the non-banked, as well as providing global money transfer service, where every action that an individual takes will go towards them obtaining credit. Now, the really cool thing for that is we already have, I guess, upwards of almost 150,000 users waiting for the platform. Wow. So when I mentioned something earlier about end users, we've been in the last year and a half in development, pounding the pavement, getting MOUs, getting LOIs. We have very strong partnerships as well with that. A couple Fortune 1000 organizations are partnering with us on that program as well, which is very exciting. Initially, the initial demographic that we're targeting as well is the Latino demographic in the U.S. as well as Mexico and Central South America. So it really allows them to send money back home at a much lower rates, but in the process, it will also be able to start building credit, which then allows them to kind of get out of that stage in the banking world, but they basically just get feed to death for everything they do, mm-hmm. Which is great. So it has a very strong corporate social responsibility platform as well, where we'll be doing a lot of financial inclusion education for individuals. It's a really interesting opportunity. Again, one of the largest streamers of online music has signed on as a partner. A major cola brand as well has signed on as a partner with us for that program. So it's going to be it's one of those where we're very excited. Again, our public ICO for that is going to come about February. Mm-hmm. So right now we're in that private stage, and it's very exciting. So the response across the board, from crypto funds to regular investors to retail investors, institutional investors, has been very positive. So it was very exciting to showing your members that information as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now in the private stage, I think you're still at you can still purchase for around 2 cents, I think, per token, which is just phenomenal. And then, of course, that goes up as more money is raised and brought into the company. And so we have a real first mover advantage on that. And man, I really appreciate you bringing that to me and then bringing it to the members as well. And I appreciate you being on the call. I know, again, you've got a son right now. He's dealing with some sickness. And man, I hate when that happens to my kids. So I really do appreciate you taking the time out and being on the call with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. A pleasure to be here. Again, seems like the fury of questions doesn't stop. So I know I can probably sit here all evening and answer them.
Yeah.
But again, I appreciate the time I was able to spend and joining with you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Matt, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much, Matt, for sharing your insights with us. And what an incredible opportunity for those of you ready to take action today. Ultimately, you gain a huge advantage when you have an expert on the inside of this industry like we do, so that you hear about these big plays before virtually anyone else does. And so that you can get in on the ground floor of what could become your golden ticket to a rich future. Now, who here is interested in a rich future? Go ahead and type the word rich into the chat box if that's you. Type the word rich into the chat box right now if you're interested in a rich future. Awesome. Getting a lot of riches in there. So that's very, very good. Okay. Over the past hour, you've discovered an insider's crypto profit code that has generated over 10,000% gains in the past 12 months alone. And would you agree that this has been time well spent? Okay, would you agree this has been time well spent? Let me know in the chat box if you agree that this has been time well spent. Now, sadly, I can't cover everything that you need to know in this short presentation. And honestly, even if we had a whole day today, we couldn't cover everything you need to know, or nor would it be practical. That's why I had and held the boot camp over the last week, and that's why I've had and held this event tonight. And that's also why I'm excited to make this offer to you where you can get everything that you need to know. And if you act within the next 30 minutes, you can get such an incredible special deal on this offer that you're going to be tickled pink, okay? Now, when you think about it, you see there are two choices in front of you. You can take the information that I've shared with you today, and you can invest in cryptos on your own. You can use trial and error, and hopefully you make a few bucks. I mean, this isn't the passive way, as you're going to see shortly, or you have choice number two. You can take the quick and passive road to crypto wealth using the special cryptocurrency fast start package that I prepared for you today. I'm going to explain this option shortly, and I'll tell you all about the special offer that includes access to the CryptoGenesis trading software that I talked about earlier. Cryptocurrencies are a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to build serious wealth and collect some of the biggest gains that you'll ever see. And now that you've seen how it works, you're never going to be fully satisfied with the average 5.5% yearly gain the typical investor makes. You know, you could start consistently earning 500% gains or more as this market rockets out of its infancy stage and into global growth starting right now. Your timing is spot on, with the potential to multiply your income by 5x, 10x, and even 20x. I want you to imagine your life 12 months from now, how proud you're going to feel about your crypto investing success. You're going to be thrilled because the best part is you don't have to spend hours of research every month, and you don't have to be an expert or an insider like Matt and Constantine to profit from these special cryptocurrency opportunities. You don't even need a huge trading account. You can start exactly where you are, okay? And that's why, with great pleasure, I want to introduce you to the Bitcoin Mentor Club. Let's now go ahead and break down everything you're going to get immediate access to when you join today. Inside the Bitcoin Mentor Club, all of the heavy lifting is done for you. We help you start making profitable cryptocurrency investments from the very moment you join. Or, as I like to call it, stress-free crypto investing. You get the complete cryptocurrency trading and investing solution based on our secret crypto profit code that we've talked about today. We'll show you exactly how to select the right cryptocurrencies to invest in and collect the biggest gains of your life and consistently beat traditional investments. Simply put, this is the fastest way to start making money with Bitcoin, cryptos, and ICOs so that you can gain the financial freedom you desire and deserve. So let's talk about what you're going to get. First up, you're going to get a 1-year subscription, that's 24 issues, to our Crypto Confidential Advisory Service. We put a $1,997 real-world value on it. And this is a digital subscription, which is sent directly to your inbox twice a month on the 1st and the 15th. Your subscription includes access to my cryptocurrency buy and sell alerts, the special reports that I come out with, and the special research information that my team and I put up. Crypto Confidential essentially allows you to keep your finger on the pulse of the most important developments inside of the cryptocurrency industry. You're going to know when to buy the main cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and many others, obviously. You'll also know instantly when to take some profits and move a percentage of your investments into ultra-low volatility cryptos so that you can protect what you have. Then you'll know when to jump back in the game and add on to your positions. There's no leverage or trading on margin involved, so you don't have to worry about doing something ultra risky. Now, you also get my crypto investing bootcamp video training valued at $697. This includes 5 modules of training on everything from understanding Bitcoin and cryptos to opening wallets and exchange accounts to actually real-world trading strategies that we use to trade and invest in cryptocurrencies. It's really perfect for newbies who want to get up to speed quickly, and it's great for those with a little more experience as well. You're going to learn how to buy your first Bitcoin and crypto and how to safely store them, and the difference between online and hard wallets, as well as the best exchanges to use and how to use them. Next up, you get our monthly crypto buy and sell alerts. So here's how this goes. When there's an urgent alert, a change to a position, or a potentially profitable medium-term trading opportunity, you're going to be alerted immediately and directly via email and SMS. These alerts are going to allow you to take advantage of market volatility that's happening with cryptos on a daily and hourly basis. And these alerts are great for more active traders as well as those who enjoy the thrill of making quick short-term gains on a consistent basis. Next up is our ICO Insider. You're not going to find this level of ICO access anywhere because as a Bitcoin Mentor Club member, you're going to get access to Matt and my team. This is a very unique service that aligns ICO deals with member interest. Now, we anticipate offering 4 to 6 unique ICO Insider plays each year, starting with 2017 rather. We have one right now in December, one that Matt kind of briefly talked about. This isn't us just telling you, go buy this ICO. This is us doing all of the due diligence, hosting conference calls with the CEO and other executives, as well as providing our members with private sale pricing. See, this allows you to reduce your risk and maximize your upside potential. Just one of these ICO deals can literally set you up for life. And that is, that's just unheard of, okay? Now, you're also going to get access to the BMC Crypto Watch List and Investing Spreadsheet. This is an online spreadsheet-based portfolio manager that tracks all of your cryptocurrencies, online wallets, your accounts, and your profits in one place using real-time pricing. And this is one of our most powerful tools, and it's yours as part of our membership to your membership to BMC. We actually had a member write in the other day who's now made $300,000 with his crypto investments in our service. And he actually said that this is one of the most valuable things that I've ever bought, this watch list and investing spreadsheet. And so there is a ton of value in there. The BMC Platinum Concierge customer support and help desk is also included. That means you're going to get access to our support team by email, help desk, chat, and our live support hours are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Now, I'd go so far as to say this component of your membership is absolutely priceless, as other crypto research companies don't even have a phone line for their subscribers to call into. Now, anytime you need help, we'll be there for you, okay? And so the total value of this package, real world value, is $8,182, and that's a pretty conservative value when you consider our crypto investing system has generated over 10,000% gains in the last 12 months. Today, because you're a part of our crypto outreach program, this isn't going to cost you anywhere near $8,182. So let me go ahead and talk about for a moment who this has worked for. Our members come from all spectrums in life, including business owners who don't have a lot of time and still want to grow their retirement nest egg, engineers, doctors, lawyers, and other professionals who have been so focused on their professional careers that they've spent little time growing their nest egg, full-time investors and traders looking to add another income system to their portfolio, and retirees who want to spend the majority of time enjoying their retirement years. Now, I had two choices, okay, when it came to this offer. As the head of an investment research company that's striving to make a mark in the portfolios of Main Street investors, these two choices really, they're not hard, okay? The first option is I could price the system as cheap as possible, okay? Try to sell as many as possible. It wouldn't really incentivize me to really stack on the value, okay? Even still, this isn't for everyone. You do need some money to get started. You need to have a little money to invest in cryptos, and you do need to have a little money to make the small investment that I'm going to ask for as part of the special offer I prepared for you. Now, second option here, okay? And that is option number 2, requires a little higher investment. However, in exchange, I can devote more resources to guarantee your success. I think you'd agree that's probably a little more important, okay? Now, should you buy Bitcoin? Okay, should you buy any other coin? Well, that's why I'm including this first bonus, the top 10 cryptos to invest in right now. This detailed research report reveals the top crypto plays for 2018. These are opportunities that still have the ability to generate thousands, if not tens of thousands of percent in return. This special report is also updated periodically so that you keep abreast of any new cryptos that we add to this list. Special bonus number 2 is the ultimate guide to storing your Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, another question that I hear a lot is, how do I store my Bitcoin and cryptos? And this is one of the most important special research reports that you're going to get once you join, okay? Knowing how and where to store your Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is absolutely priceless. We put in all the footwork so you don't have to, okay? One of the most attractive things about cryptocurrencies are the financial security and privacy that they give you. And it's important that you keep this security and privacy, and that's why we put this special guide together. Now, Remember, as I said, that Constantine had a special gift for everyone on the briefing. Well, when you invest in Bitcoin Mentor Club today, you get a personal license to use Cryptogenesis for 2 full years. Plus, you get 2 years of support, which includes free updates whenever they happen and getting your questions answered whenever you have one. And there are no data fees, ever on this, and no hidden fees. All intraday data feeds are real-time and they're included for free. Now, Cryptogenesis is your ultimate advantage in the market. You simply check in once a day and you're going to be alerted when to buy, when to sell, and when to hold. Now, we track the top 68 cryptocurrencies, which you can invest in for short and long-term gains. And in the members area, you're going to have all the trading videos that get you up to speed quickly. This is a $3,997 value. This is actually what this software has sold for. So you're getting a massive, massive bonus today. Special bonus number 4 is our cryptocurrency super conference, which is going to be held in February in Dallas, Texas, where you can join 1,000 to 1,500 others of your crypto investing peers for 3 days of live training by some of the world's top crypto experts and insiders, including me and my team, okay? You get 2 tickets to the Cryptocurrency Super Conference. Special bonus number 5 is a second year of Bitcoin Mentor Club membership. That's a $1,997 value, and you're going to receive this second year of membership. So not only 1 year, but 2 years you get inside of Bitcoin Mentor Club when you join today. So let me just do a brief recap of what you're going to get here. You're going to get access to the Crypto Confidential, to the Crypto Investing Bootcamp video training, to the monthly crypto buy and sell alerts, to the ICO Insider, to the watch list and investing spreadsheet, the Platinum customer support, concierge customer support, special bonus number 1, special bonus number 2, which is the ultimate guide to storing your Bitcoin, and bonus number 1 was the top 10 cryptos to invest in right now. Special bonus number 3, the Cryptogenesis software. Special bonus number 4, 2 tickets to the Crypto Super Conference. And then special bonus number 5, the second year of Bitcoin Mentor Club membership, absolutely free. And this has a real world value of over $15,000. Now, if all this did was give you even 1/4 of the profits I've shown you, would it be worth it? Would it be worth it? Type yes or no in the chat box. Would it be worth it? Okay? Some of you may be struggling to generate consistent income right now. And let's go ahead and face it. Generating an average 2 to 5% yield in the market these days is not going to get you where you need to go. So the next question I would ask you is this. If all this did was give you the structure and support to finally put your money to work for you, would it be worth it? Okay? Think about the possibilities when you can devote a percentage of your investment capital into cryptos and private sale ICOs. The potential is absolutely enormous. Now, the last question. If all this did was help you generate an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month in cash flow, would it be worth it? Okay? Think about how you're going to spend that additional income for a moment. Would you use it to pay the mortgage or other bills? Would you take an extra vacation or a much needed one? Perhaps you're going to buy your significant other something special. I mean, the sky's the limit. Now, what could 1 year of profitable crypto investments be worth to you? I've already shown you one play that has over $56,000 in profit, another one that has $30,000 in profit right now on Stellar Lumens. The answer to this question is really going to be different for each of you. However, if you started with just $1,000 on our next crypto recommendation and generated a 500% return, that would be worth $5,000. Okay, so to put this in perspective, in the last half of this year, we've already generated $4,890 from the same $1,000 investment on just one cryptocurrency. Okay, this doesn't include the gains that you could make from one of our exclusive ICO opportunities. All right, results absolutely matter, and as you've seen, our program and our software get results. And when you consider the big hedge funds pay tens and tens of thousands of dollars for their software and their services, and even more to develop the software, you can see why we could charge as much as $4,997 just for the alerts, and why it would be a good deal at $3,997. Okay. However, you're not going to be asked to invest $49.97. You're not going to be asked to invest $39.97, which is the price the software sells for on its own. Instead, I have a very special deal for you because we're on a mission to help as many Main Street investors as we can make a killing with cryptos and beat the big boys. before they grab the lion's share of the crypto profits. And because you are here with me tonight, you can get started tonight for just one payment of $1,997. Okay, and that includes 2 full years of access. 2 full years of access. So the next step that you're going to want to take is go to our secure webpage, www.getbmcnow.com. That's www.getbmcnow.com. And that's going to take you right to our secure order page, and you can get started instantly. Today, you're going to get instant access to everything that I've detailed in this offer. Now, it gets even better because you're still here with me on this briefing. I have one more very special bonus for you. When you invest in the Bitcoin Mentor Club membership today for $19.97, you're also going to receive 6 days spread out over 2 weeks in our live trading room. This is where you link up with us online. You look over our shoulder as we trade with Crypto Genesis, and we help you get your accounts, your wallet set up. We answer any questions that you might have about Bitcoin, cryptos, and blockchain, and you can interact with one of our cryptocurrency specialists in a live room for a total of 12 hours over 2 weeks, and this is going to help you get up and running quickly. You're going to get all of your questions answered so that you can start making money with our crypto investments right away. We're not going to leave you hanging. We're going to hold your hand every step of the way because we know how powerful this is and we know that it works. Now, when we offer group mentoring in the future, I can promise you this, the price is going to be much, much higher. And this is a very unique opportunity for you to get crypto mentoring for a huge, huge savings. All right, get up and running very quickly. Okay, so let me just recap again. You're going to get access to BMC's Crypto Confidential. You're going to get the Crypto Investing Bootcamp training, video training. You're going to get monthly crypto buy and sell alerts. You're going to get access to the ICO Insider, and you're not going to find this anywhere else, folks. You're going to get the BMC Crypto Watch List and Investing Spreadsheet, the Platinum Concierge Customer Support. You're going to get special bonus number 1, the top 10 cryptos to invest in right now. Special bonus number 2, the ultimate guide to storing your Bitcoin. You're also going to get the Crypto Genesis software. You're going to get 2 tickets to the Crypto Super Conference. You're going to get the 2nd year of Bitcoin Mentor Club membership, and you're going to get the super bonus 6 days, 12 hours in our live trading room. That's a total value of $17,344. Now, here's the thing. If you sign up today, if for any reason you're not happy and excited and thrilled about BMC and the Crypto Genesis software and the private sale ICO opportunities, which, by the way, we have one right now for 2 cents on the table, and the training and everything else that you get here today, for any reason, I don't care if it's 59 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes from now, just simply let me know and we'll refund your money. It's that simple. And all that I ask of you here is that you actually give it a try, you follow my crypto recommendations, and you even make your first crypto investment during this period of time. If you do all this, then I'm 100% confident your Bitcoin Mentor Club membership will work for you. And that's our guarantee to you. Now, time to announce the winners of our Bitcoin giveaway. Okay, so the first $1,000 winner, drum roll please, for the first $1,000 winner of our Bitcoin giveaway is, let me just pull it up here. We've done a random deal here. We've got John Perry. Is the first winner. John Perry, all you have to do is email us at help@infinitusresearch.com, and we're going to get you set up with your $1,000 of Bitcoin. John Perry is the first winner, okay? The second winner here, is going to be Neil Craigstead. I think I pronounced that right. Neil Craigstead is the second winner of the $1,000 Bitcoin. Again, all you have to do is email us at help@infinitusresearch.com and you will get that free Bitcoin. We'll tell you exactly how to do it. The next winner here, as I pull this up, is Mary Russert. I believe I said that right. Mary Russert. Again, all you have to do is email help@infinitusresearch.com. Mary Russert. Okay? help@infinitusresearch.com. And we'll also send you an email. The next winner that we have for the $1,000 worth of Bitcoin is going to be Jeff Obakuro. Jeff Obakuro. I believe I pronounced that right, Jeff. All you have to do is, again, email Jeff Obakuro. All you have to do is email help@infinitusresearch.com. help@infinitusresearch.com. All righty, the next winner that we have here is going to be, this is for the $5,000 grand prize. The $5,000 grand prize. That is Matt Henry. Matt Henry. Matt, if you're on the call, congratulations. Congratulations to everyone who's won. Matt Henry, again, email help@infinitusresearch.com. We'll also be emailing you, and we will be setting you up with that $1,000 of Bitcoin. All you have to do is open a wallet, and we will be sending that out to you. So that's $10,000 worth of Bitcoin there. If you didn't hear your name called, don't worry. You're still going to make money with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, okay? So here's the thing. You have two choices here. The first option is you do nothing. You don't take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, okay? You can go back to the way things have been. You don't have to change anything, and you can go on your merry way. The second option, you just pony up a small investment today. Remember all the value that you get in return, and just give it a shot. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work for you, and you get your money back. It's that simple, okay? If it works, great. If not, just ask for your money back, and you get a 100% refund. So now, let me ask you, who will you choose to be, okay? There are two types of people in this world. Let's call them Timid Tommy and Brave Bob, okay? Now, Timid Tommy will look for every excuse as to why what I have to offer you today won't work for them. They'll cite that it's too expensive, which is silly because you can always get your money back if it's not for you. The Timid Tommies will look for every excuse, okay? They are going to say things like, they don't have time to learn this stuff. As if any of us really have any time for anything these days, right? I mean, you don't wait until you have time for the important stuff. You make time for the important stuff. Now, the Brave Bobs, on the other hand, look for every reason why this will work for them, okay? They understand it's not a cost. It's an investment. It's a win-only investment because at the very least, they tried something new, it didn't work, so they got their money back. It's that simple. Brave Bobs know anything worth enjoying is worth working hard for. So they sacrifice a few minutes a day to make time to invest in bettering themselves, and that's why the good life is reserved for them. Now, my question to you is, who do you want to be, a Timid Tommy or a Brave Bob? You have a decision to make. Regardless of what you choose, it's going to affect the rest of your life. I promise you that. I've done everything in my willpower to give you the best value at the best price with the best chance of your success. Now it's time to meet me halfway, okay? Now, I want you to imagine it's January 1st, 2019. You feel your crypto wallet in your right pocket. What color is it? Is it black? Is it white? Is it red? Is it blue? Now, as you reach in to feel your wallet, which securely holds all the cryptocurrencies that you invested in during 2018, including the 25,000% gains that you made from the first BMC recommended ICO that you invested in. You think back to this live briefing. You can still hear my voice in your head as I share the excitement about crypto investing. And then you think to yourself, I'm so glad that I'm a member of the Bitcoin Mentor Club, to which I would add, welcome indeed. All right? So you can get immediate access by visiting this site, www.getbmcnow.com. Again, it's www.getbmcnow.com. And I want you to get started today. I want you to join me on this incredible journey and join my team, join Constantine, join Matt. Join us in 2018 on this incredible, incredible journey and this incredible opportunity of investing in the cryptocurrency market. I want to thank you tonight for attending. I want to thank you for being here. And of course, if you've been having questions, type them in the chat box. Our team is going to stay on the line and they're going to answer your questions. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment and I'm going to answer a few frequently asked questions. And then you continue to type in and our team will be answering your questions. All righty. So let's dive right into question number one. And that is, can I do this on my own? And the answer is absolutely yes. Once you join BMC, you're going to have everything you need to start investing in cryptos on your own. There's no experience needed. Plus, you'll have Cryptogenesis, right? And you're going to have my monthly recommendations and the training to help you get up and running quickly. And remember, anytime you need help, we're here for you, okay? You can also get started with your crypto investing for as little as $100 or less, okay? That's it. You put it in whatever you can. That's it. There's no minimum and there's no limit, okay? Another question we get is, can I invest using my retirement account? Yes, inside the members area, I'll show you exactly how to invest with your IRA without filling out any extra paperwork, without needing a new account, and without needing a financial broker, all right? Now, also, we get this a lot. Is my satisfaction guaranteed? Listen, if you're already asking about a refund even before you start using the service, Bitcoin Mentor Club is not for you. Ask yourself these two questions instead. Are you committed to your investing success? Okay? Do you want to access the biggest crypto gains in history? I can help, and only if you invest in yourself. Okay? So why don't you take the next step? Why don't you go ahead and get started now for just $1,997 at www.getbmcnow.com. www.getbmcnow.com. That is a secure order page. Once you go there, you're going to see everything in detail. The entire offer that we've laid out for Bitcoin Mentor Club tonight is in detail at that page. Everything that we've spoken about is in detail at that page, and you'll get started instantly. Once you submit that order, you will go to a thank you page, and then you will get about 5 or 6 different emails from us with all of the bonuses, with everything that's included, with your login to the membership, and you'll be able to get started right away. There's no waiting around. There's no waiting for days or weeks. You can get started right now for one payment of $19.97 at getbmcnow.com. All right? So I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. I want to thank you for taking your time out of your schedule and being with me tonight on a Sunday night. I also want to thank you, those of you that have gone through the boot camp. I want to thank you so much for going through the boot camp. Those videos will be up online for the next few days. And we'll be putting a replay out of this webinar tonight. So you'll have access to the replay as well. But listen, I want you to get started right now. You can get started for just $1,997. That's a very small investment to get started. And all you have to do is go to www.getbmcnow.com. That's www.getbmcnow.com. Okay, again, thank you so much for attending. I will be seeing you in the days and the weeks ahead, and I look forward to it. I look forward to you joining me on this incredible, incredible ride. And so I look forward to helping you out and helping you reach and attain your goals through investing in literally the greatest bull run and the greatest market that we've ever seen. So I'm very excited about that. All righty. That's it for tonight. Thank you again so much for joining, and we will see you on the other side.